Welcome back to the Sports Wire on 88.1 FM WCWP. Max Caster, Matt Soldano up until 7. Joining us on the line right now from the wonderful, esteemed TerezOwens.com is the man himself, Terez Owens. T.O., how are you this week?
I'm good, man. I can't complain. What's going on with you guys?
Not too much, and we missed you last week, so I want to get your thoughts. Alex Rodriguez, 600 home runs. I was real happy about it, being a Yankee fan, being a fan of the Al Pal. But what was your take on it? Do you see it as legitimate?
You know what? I do. I mean, I know that it's steroid era, but at the same time, I honestly believe everybody has always been trying to, beat science. And in my theory, you're not trying if you're not cheating. You know what I'm saying? So I think even going back to the 60s, these guys were all doing something, you know what I mean? There was some kind of supplements or something they were taking. So, I mean, yeah, in the steroid era, it does make a big difference, but is it tainted? I don't know. You still got to hit the ball out of the yard 600 times. It's pretty tough.
What did you make of the Daily News cover? I saw it was on your site where it said, congratulations on your tainted record with a big picture of A-Rod on it when he hit that home run. What was your take on that cover?
That's just, that's your media. That's the weird media. I guess you're a big baseball market, so there's a lot of history there. So I don't know. I guess they're putting out the truth, but it's pretty tough, man. I mean, A-Rod doesn't have a lot of fans, unless they're male, anyways.
Talking to Terez Owens on the Sports Wire, 88.1 WCWP. Terez, I saw something about Shaq hanging out with Justin Bieber now. Shaq just signing with the Celtics. What do you think that whole thing's about? Is Shaq serving a little bit as a mentor for young Justin?
With that, or he's just looking for a little bit of pub to keep himself relevant. I don't know. Maybe he'll do the signing. Oh, Shaq's still out there. You see him on TMZ with Justin Bieber or something. So who knows? I don't know. Maybe he's trying to get more movie roles. It's not a bad guy to mess with.
Who's a better dancer, Shaq or Bieber, do you think?
Sorry, excuse me, I couldn't hear that. One more time?
Who's a better dancer, Shaquille O'Neal or Justin Bieber?
I got to give it to Shaq, just on pure genetics. I mean, anyone that can move like that who's 7 foot, that takes talent.
What's going on with LeBron James? I see he's got a rabbi consulting him. Don't you think he would get a lawyer, if anything, if he needs a consultant?
You know what? I think LeBron's confused. Yeah, supposedly he hired a rabbi who had dinner a couple nights ago on a yacht off in New York somewhere, and it was just, it's one of these things where I don't know. I mean, you got Maverick Carter over there, I guess, who's better around everything, and it's one of these directions where you don't know where they're going, man. You never know what end they're going to hit you with. It's like pretty crazy marketing company they got going over there for themselves.
I also saw, Terez, LeBron James on Twitter just basically calling out everyone, calling out the doubters, the critics, saying, basically, this wasn't word for word, but the main message, I guess, was, don't think I'm not taking mental notes of everyone who's taking shots at me and being critical of my decision. I'm remembering your name or whatever. I mean, what do you think about that whole tweet? And, really, what do you think LeBron James is just planning to do here?
It's my take on it. It's too late to be tough. You know what I mean? This goes back to the marketing team, whatever. Maybe he wanted to get his 2 cents out there. But at the end of the day, I don't think LeBron's a person that even's putting that text out. I don't think he has that mentality about him. Wish he did, because we might be seeing 70 night. But I don't think he does. So once again, it's just kind of one of these tricky things. So I don't know what to take of it. He's all, like I said, once again, he's all over the map. He's riding bikes in Cleveland. He's meeting with rabbis in New York and tweeting that he's, not going to forget all these comments that Jordan Barkley, if that's who he's going at, referring to, are going to make. But we'll see, man. I personally, I think he should just shut up and not say a thing and just ball on the court. That's his only way of helping himself out of this hole.
Talking to Terez Owens from TerezOwens.com here on the Sports Wire, WCWP. Max and Matt up until 7. Tiger Woods had one of his worst rounds ever last weekend, and I saw this story last week on your site. I haven't seen too much else about it, that he was planning to marry Rachel Yucatel, who was one of his mistresses. Can you shed some light on that story for me?
It was reported by the Inquirer, the same one that broke the Yucatel story to begin with, basically saying that, they had been in talks, and as soon as she's out of rehab, that they were thinking about getting together, maybe even possibly having a baby, but he wasn't happy that she was doing celebrity rehab, and she was basically just saying, well, I'm getting $500,000 for it, so I wouldn't trust that source. It was just kind of a story that we went because you never know. The Inquirer was right last time, but it seems like they're good for about 3 out of 10, and I'm just not trusting that one.
Favre, last week there was this whole media uproar about whether he was coming back, a text that may have been sent. Before we get to that, though, I want to touch on the story about the alleged nude pictures that he sent to Jen Sturger, who's now on Versus. She used to work with the Jets back when Favre was there. What's the story on that? Because I've heard that they were real from Deadspin, and then you had that they were fake. So what's the final verdict on that?
Where we stand on it is pretty much, we think it was timing. We think it was a website trying to draw some traffic upon timing of the whole Brett Favre retirement talk. We all know where Jen Sturger lies. It started at FSU and pretty much sputtered around to where she got her little spot on Versus now. So it is what it is. Is it timing? That she has her playmate friend go on Playboy Radio and confirm that they saw these pictures. And I don't know. And I don't think there's pictures out there. I really don't. I think it was just a sad, desperate attempt as a website to try to get some traffic. But at the end of the day, if they're out there, we probably never see him because Jen Sturger probably wants to keep her job at Versus.
Now, I said this last week on the air, but something seems a bit convenient when ESPN is just starting this whole training camp tour and football is starting up, and you got Monday Night Football broadcasts coming up, that for some reason that week they just break this Brett Favre story that apparently never happened. He never sent any texts to anybody about saying whether he's coming back or not. Do you think that story was another one started by ESPN, kind of like a lot of the LeBron James rumors where all these insiders were throwing out random things from day to day?
It could be, but that was a story that came from Jay Glazer over at Fox, and he basically, he's in touch with a lot of the players. So at the end of the day, I think there was some text going out where maybe Brett was kind of like saying, "Hey, I'm not up the car. I'm still not back and going." But and then a lot of support started coming in, and all the teams like, "Well, we need you." And I think it's more or less Brett was maybe feeling towards retirement, but at the end of the day, with all the players reaching out to him and just basically feeling loved in Minnesota, because he didn't get no love when he quit Green Bay, and he didn't get no love when he quit New York. So today, I think that kind of love for the team brought him back there. I think he's going to show up in camp here pretty quick and just give a Vikings uniform.
And Terez, last one from me. We're going around the NFL. We're going division by division. So real quick, who's your favorites in the NFL this year?
My favorite teams, I do like the Saints again. You can't count out the Colts. I know those are two obvious ones. Sleeper, I like New England. I know it's nice one. I still like New England. Brady's back his second year. It takes a good solid year and a half to come back from an injury like he suffered. So I'm gonna have to say the Saints again. To be honest, I like the same two teams, Saints and Colts.
All right, there you go. Terez Owens, Super Bowl pick, Saints, Colts. Not even the first preseason game for these teams. He's already picking them. All right, Terez, anything else you want to promote while you're on?
No, man, just check out the site. We're grinding hard for you guys every day, so thanks for having me on again.
Of course, and you can check him out, TerezOwens.com. He's got an iPhone app. He's got the best news, the best stuff you could ever. If you ever want to spend a couple hours on the internet at the office killing time, TerezOwens.com is the place to do it. Terez, thank you so much again.
No problem, guys. Thank you for having me on.